Today we are going to deal with dimensions. If you are going to pursue physics for your higher studies, this will be an asset. You should know dimensions and how to decompose complex physical quantities in terms of simple length, mass and time. We are all aware of length and how to use it. We make use of scale and measure lengths of quantities. We measure distances from one place to another by making use of kilometers, miles, etc. So we are all aware of length. Next quantity is mass. Okay, we are aware of mass also because we need to weigh things to calculate the price of it. So in our day-to-day life, we are dealing with mass. Time, of course, we are aware of time. So these three simple physical quantities are required to write down dimension of complex quantities. Here we are going to study the technique of writing dimensions. First of all, we are going to begin from the basic thing, that is wave parameters. We know that a wave is propagating like this as ups and downs if it is a transverse wave, and the distance between two successive crust or two successive troughs is called to be wavelength. Okay, it is represented as lambda. Anyway, this is a length, isn't that? The distance between these two ups or downs. So this is a length, which implies that dimension of wavelength might be L because it is a length. Another thing is frequency. We know the expression for frequency, F is equal to 1 by time period. Then what might be the dimension of frequency? It is in terms of time itself. So dimension of frequency will be, let's take the t to the numerator. It will be t raised to minus 1. That simple is to write dimension. And wave parameters are the most simple example for dimension. Now let's go to the next thing, perimeter. First thing is we are going to write the expression dimension for perimeter, but we do not have any general expression for perimeter, but there are some specific expressions. For example, in the case of a rectangle, we have the sides of the rectangle are A and B. Then what will be the perimeter? This side will also be A and this side will be B. Then the perimeter will be A plus B plus A plus B, which means total length of the rectangle. It will be 2 into it will be 2 into A plus B. Now we are going to write the dimension of perimeter. What will be that? A, which is the length of one side of the rectangle, A. And it will be the corresponding dimension for A, which is the length of one side, will be L. And corresponding dimension corresponding to B will be the same. It is also a length, L. So L plus L, which means total length. Anyway, that is a length. So its dimension will be L. We need not write this 2 because 2 is a constant number. It do not have any dimension. And in that way, dimension of perimeter of rectangle is L. Similarly, we can write the dimension of perimeter of a square. Okay, we are going to draw a square with 4 sides equal. and A is the length of all the four sides. Then the total length of the rectangle will be A plus A plus A plus A. That is 4A. Okay. Dimension corresponding to 4A is 4 is a number which do not have any dimension. But A is the length of one of the sides of the rectangle which have, square, which have the dimension L. Okay. Then the same L is the dimension of perimeter of the square. Then let's check circle. For a circle, this is the center and its radius is r, small r. Then what is the expression for perimeter of a circle? It is 2 pi r. Okay, we know 2 pi is a dimensionless constant because these are just numbers, 2 into 3.14. Just two numbers, they do not have any dimension. And dimension of r is, we know r is the radius, which is the distance from center to one of the point on the circumference of the circle. So dimension of r will be, it is not a mass, it is not time, it is a length. So dimension of perimeter of a circle is L. So we have got the conclusion that we do have different expressions for perimeters of rectangle, square and circle, but all of them have got the same expression for same dimension of perimeter, that is L, which actually perimeter means the total length of that geometry and it is having dimension L. Okay, let's move to area. For a rectangle, we know in the case of a rectangle, sides are A and B, and its area will be, we know that it is A into B. Then what will be the dimension? A, which means length of one of the side, it is having dimension L. B is also having dimension L. It's L. Then the dimension of B is L, which implies dimension of area is L square, L into L, which is L square. We have got the expression for dimension of area of a rectangle. Now for a square, all the sides are equal. A. Its area will be A into A. A is having dimension of length and this one is also having dimension of length. So the area is having dimension A square. A is having dimension of L square. It is having dimension L square. That's it. Now comes circle. For a circle, we know having radius r, its area is pi r square. Pi is a constant, do not have any dimension. Dimension of r square will be, dimension of r is L and that of r square will be L square. Okay, we do have the same dimension for area of rectangle, square and circle, just like that of perimeter. Now comes sphere. In the case of sphere, what will be the area of a sphere, surface area of a sphere? It will be 4 pi r square. 4 pi is a number which do not have any dimension. For r square, we have r means L. R is the length, so L and square. L square will be the dimension of area of sphere. Then we have cube. Area of one of the surface of our cube is a square, because it is a square. One of the face of cube is a square, so it is also having dimension L square. And that's it. Whatever be the equation for area or perimeter, area is having dimension L square, perimeter is having dimension L. So this is the very basic way of calculating or finding dimension. We'll upgrade to complex physical quantities in the next session. Thank you, and subscribe our channel Patterned Chaos if you find it worthy. Thank you.